da la la dee da da. This is a locomotive being offloaded at South Bellarmine Steel Company straight from the trailer onto the railway lines. There's a special trailer we built with the lines built into the trailer and the lines for offloading attached to the back, and we can offload straight onto the railway. Now here we have a 100-foot girder weighing 59 tons being transported with a Scammell 4-wheel drive tractor on two 24-wheel trailers. It's the first of 58 girders for the new plate mill that's been erected at Considine Company. There's quite a few shots being taken on the route, and I'll explain them to the best of my ability as we go through the film. This is leaving the Lackenby Steelworks of Dorman Long and Company. take particular notice, you'll see where the end of the trailer swings out, the end of the girder swings right out across the path of other obstacles that's in the way. Here we're coming into Dormanstown. Teesport. You see the pole on the right hand side of the picture, and then see where the 30 mile is at the, when I go around to take a picture of the front of the load. Here we have a 30 mile an hour sign, which was left erect after the vehicle went on its way. These are keep left signs. As you see, the vehicle just cleared them. At this particular point we had to jack the trailer up a little bit for to give us clearance. This is going up the hill, what we call jaw blades. We have two tractors on here, one filled with the Gardner engine and one with the Leyland engine. The one that's throwing the smoke out is the Leyland. Where they're approaching Anfield Plain. If you just take particular notice here, you'll see where the end of the girder goes right over the top of the field. The trailers are fitted with swivel bolsters. And he's around the corner now and on his way again, straightening up. This is approaching the Hat and Feather corner, quite near Concert. This is one of the most difficult corners we had to negotiate. The road here is only about 14 feet wide. Sorry, correction, I should say 21 feet wide. Take particular notice of the stop and go signs there where the girder's swinging around onto now. You see, and the bus stop, you see, we missed the stop and goes alright, but this is where we come onto the bus stop. We had permission to remove these by the council. This one didn't require removing, it only needed putting out of position a little. And that's him. This is coming into the main centre of Concert. You make a right hand turn here. Again, if you take particular notice of the end of the girder, you see there's not much clearance for going around. This is going into the new plate mills at Concert down the new road. It's only made with loose stone at present. There's no top dressing or anything on it. Every inch of the road was surveyed, you know, before these loads was, well, 6 months before the loads was ever attempted to be moved, and it took quite about a week for to get a suitable route for to bring them up. The vehicles have to go right around by Yarm, Darlington, Whitton Gilbert, and up to Anfield Plain. Here's the girder being offloaded at the Concert Iron Company, new works. There's one end lifted and the trailer pulled out and then set onto a gantry, and the crane moves to the rear portion and lifts the rear portion as they pull the second trailer out. These pictures was taken over the August bank holiday. It's the only time that I've had most of my fleet together. This is quite a number of the Guy lorries. The one in the centre of the picture now, coming in the centre with a square front, that one is fitted with electric razor, windscreen washers, a radio, and every comfort that the driver requires.
Siddle C Cook. through the tape there too. I don't know what's on it, so you need to go through the tape and that, see?
Here we have a number of 64 feet long cylinders, 12-foot diameter, being delivered onto the Air Forces all throughout the country. These are all for the American Air Force. This is a splitter column, 146 feet 4 inches long. It was delivered from C.B. Pearson's of Newcastle down to the Shellhaven on the Thames estuary. This is leaving C.B. Pearson's works at Walkergate. Carried on a 16 tired dolly at the back with swivel bolster. Very bad photography this, because we hadn't been taking such a lot of pictures before this was taken. This is going up Croxdale. Double-headed by the constructor. It also assisted him on negotiating the turns, because it's used with a winch to swivel his trailer around the roundabouts and such like. This is Thinford Bridge, the roundabout at Thinford Bridge. You can see the weather we had to contend with as well. It was removed in February. This is a special trailer we constructed in our works to carry these big cylinders you've just seen for the American Air Force from South Durham. We commenced to build this on a Thursday night, and it was ready for to load its first load on the Tuesday morning at South Durham. This is his first load going off now. I might say, like, we worked all the weekend on this building this first trailer. This is the second trailer we built. This is one we built a little bit lower, because we were restricted for headroom. With the 12 feet diameter and the height of the trailer, it was bringing them about 16 feet high. This is a crane girder that we moved from Palmers of Heaven down to Shotton for John Summers. It's in the 60-ton region, this, but there again you see we had to use a double-headed vehicle. That's the roundabout Low Ferry just passed. Having to park up here for the night at Court of Munderville. We loaded Palmers in the morning and tell the Court of Munderville under police escort. I don't think it was a bad day's work. That particular vehicle saw war service. It's the one we bought from the Ministry of Supply. There's a scoundrel has just been through the shops. Just been down. There again, this is our own trailer built in our own works. We've just been in for overhaul and repaint after a 150,000 miles dock. This is typical concert weather. We're just out now with on the Siddle brake test. We fit a Siddle tester into the cab, and the mechanics take them out and feed all the brakes, give the proper reading. This is a bridge. It was taken down on the Sunday morning, and we had to deliver the girders to put the new bridge up, and had to be completed in 24 hours. This is where they're taking the old bridge down. Bendick Road, I think they call it, where this is taken down. These are the girders going out of right hand distance at Gateshead on the Sunday morning. He's having a little bit of difficulty in here and getting out because he's fast at the back up again the gate post, but a little bit of manoeuvring and he gets cleared all right. You see, the next shot is where the vehicle goes over the footpath, but that is not the usual custom. But all this premises was being pulled down at Gates. As a matter of fact, it's down now, and we had permission to go over these footpaths if necessary, because it was a very rushed job this. Otherwise the vehicle had to go straight on and reverse up the side street to negotiate that turn. This is coming down on the quayside on the Sunday morning. The same load. It's another corner. Negotiated all right without any footpath damage. It's crossing the road down the Walker Gate. Going on to Bendick Road now. It's arriving on the site. There's another vehicle standing with the other two girders on, ready for to be lifted into position on the same job. It's Scammell Mountain here with one of Wimpy's 24 RB excavators. This is the constructor. You see some shots of my boy when he was 12-year-old running about in this constructor. This picture was taken 4 years ago. As a matter of fact, on the 16th of December, my son's 16-year-old, and he's just been presented with a Reliant three-wheel car with the reverse gear blanked off, so he's unable to drive it until he's 17. This is my son running about with this constructor now. It's power assisted steering. It's very easy to manoeuvre and handle. Just still playing about with it here. There's not very much more of this. We'll go on to something else. This particular vehicle, we both use it as a tractor trailer and articulated. He'll be satisfied now he's had his bit play. We'll have to do some mischief somewhere else. Familiar name throughout England. one of the old Scammell Ridgets. He's loaded with steel billets there for Rotherham. We changed our colour back to red. We had them painted cream, but we painted them back all to red again. The cream didn't stand up to the rough service. This is the Tyneside lifeboat. The Tyneside have been lifted out of the Tyne and put onto one of my trailers going into Royal Shore. We operate 5 trailers of this length, of what we call the 40 feet semi-lows. General purpose trailer. He's on his way. The trailer parked at the Royal Shore. The boat was there with a platform put around it for collection purposes for the Lifeboat Association. The Road Haulage Association stand at the Royal Shore. Typical concert weather again. This is a locomotive being transported from Leeds into the Constantine Company when they changed over from the steam. This is passing through Anfield Plain. You see here where the mate gets out, is the instructor driver that he's clear for height. He's on the side of the cab there. He must have a live wire as a second man on these vehicles, because he's so always be on the move. This vehicle is double-headed on account of the weather, because he only has 37 tons on, the local is only 37 tons. There's another cargo, Coles cranes. These were all loaded and going off to Iraq. You see here the different methods the drivers have of putting the jibs. No driver does the same job the same way. No 2 drivers do the job the same way. That's the foreman standing on the edge of the footpath there again, with a camera case over his back. These are all different vehicles. I don't know if you can recognize the numbers or not, but it's not the one vehicle going around in a circle, you know. It's all different vehicles coming out of the park. All of these trailers, with the exception of one, is built in our own works. That's a 30-foot Dyson trailer fitted to that vehicle.